Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be going over the newest addition to the British destroyers, and that is Anzac. This was an event ship for the most recent event that has now since concluded. It's a decent little ship. You can only have so much variation with destroyers, and the British just keep copy pasting the same hull over and over again. If you don't believe me, then let me just show you what I mean. So this is Lightning. That's Legion. We have Trafalgar. We have Jutland. And now we have Anzac. So if you couldn't tell, every single one of those has the same exact hull. The only difference is weaponry and sometimes consumables. So the British destroyers are kind of getting boring here. You could really just change the hull a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Regardless, this is what we have. However, there was an update this week, or actually it was last week technically. So let's just take a look at that real quick. Alright, so this was the update from 5 days ago. The event camouflage of Porter is available in the shop, so I'm pretty sure that's the Christmas one. Sister ship of T-53 is available. Sister ship of Michigan is available. Increased AP damage on H-39 or Frederick de Gross by a little bit. The plane preparation time from Shikuma has decreased from 9 seconds to 6 seconds. This is actually a big change to the ship and makes the ship so much more fun. Honestly, one of the best prism ships you can get. Turret turning time on Lafayette and Mogador is increased. And Anzac is available in the shop for the next week. And then some of the adjustments to the map. So nothing really big. Kind of glad I haven't done the French destroyers yet because they're still making changes to them. Honestly, though, I don't think those two ships really needed that debuff. But, oh well. Let's go back to the game. Alright, so Anzac, what do we have? Well, it's the stereotypical British destroyer hull. We get two guns. Well, two gun turrets. You might recognize the turrets as the 113mm guns we find on Daring, actually. And Daring is really, really good at being a gunboat. So we kind of have that firepower, but we only have 2/3 of the firepower because we don't have a back turret. We do have quintuple torpedo tubes, though. So 10 torpedoes, which is actually pretty nice. This is a matchmaking 8.9 destroyer as well, which is a little different from the other tier 8s, even though they have the same hull. So we're kind of half a Jutland and half a Daring, because we have a Jutland hull, but we have Daring armaments. So let's check to see what we have. 17,700 health. Armor is 19mm. You're a destroyer. You're not going to bounce anything, so don't even try. Guns, 24 rounds a minute, which is really good. You can see the other stats down here. Torpedoes, 8 kilometers, 64 knot speed. Pretty okay-ish, not the best. Actually, they're pretty bad, at least in terms of range. But you have what you have. 12.4 kilometer main gun range and 36.5 knot speed. For AA defense, you have some, but you're not going to be shooting down many planes at all. But yeah, so that is pretty much this destroyer. You have standard British destroyer consumables as well. And actually, I completely forgot to show off the camos. So let's start with Virginia. Or Michigan, however you want to call it. So this is the camo. It's actually pretty nice. I really do enjoy it. The free XP bonus you get from this ship is actually messed up right now. You're not getting nearly as much as you should, or at least I'm not. So there'll probably be an adjustment to that in the next game or next update this week. But the camo itself does look really nice, and it is one of those camos that makes me want to play the ship more, which I have been actually. So nice little addition there. And then a French destroyer, Du Père. Did I actually give you a new name? I did not yet. But this is what the camo is. Actually, pretty nice camo. I don't like T47 or T53. I will explain more as to why in their videos, but honestly, just not liking it. Not liking it at all. But it is a pretty nice camo. So, now that we got that out of the way, there we go, Anzac. So, let's toss ourselves into a game and show you what she can do. Alright, let's see what we have for a game. A lot of battleships, actually. 3 cruisers, 1 destroyer, which is me, and no carriers. So, pretty bad, actually. Let's take a better look at these ships, though. 3 Tsushimas, 2 Centurions, 1 Ekaterina, 1 Frederick de Gross, 2 Worcesters, 1 Magdeburg. Yeah, okay. Well, this is going to be less than ideal. If we don't play this safe, we'll actually probably end up dying. But we will do what we can. So the armor piercing on this ship is just as good as daring, so you can definitely work over some broadsides. Torpedoes, and the reload is not the best. The angles are not the best either, but I actually think these are better than normal British destroyer angles, so there's that. I guess we can, let's switch to HE first, because I feel like we'll run into the destroyer first. Also, if you can tell, it's a 1.5 second reload, so really, really nice. Let's try and cap Bravo, and maybe catch a single battleship over there that we can work over. Let's turn anti-aircraft off, because we don't really want to be sighted. I didn't go over what our concealment was, actually. We have Worcester. Don't really want to engage that. Torpedo range is 8, so even now nothing's in range. Well, there's the Anzac over there. And so we have this cap all to ourselves primarily. Looks like Tsushima is coming around the corner. Both of them are, actually. Alright, so assuming my concealment is 6.0, we are getting awfully close to this. Oh, it's 6.5. Okay. I'm not in a good spot, though. I could smoke up. But, okay, well now I can. Because now I have a broadside. And I'm going to auto fire. And just start working over this Worcester. I was actually expecting citadels here, so that's upsetting. So we're just going to go for upper belt. We're about to cap the base, so extra points for us. There we go. And we're slowly whittling down the Worcester. Maybe high explosive would be better. Let's try that. Not that it's going to make any difference now. But we still get the kill. Alright, cool. That's a Tsushima. Time to go. We're gonna send some torpedoes out for her, though. Gotta play very defensively this game, I feel. Let's turn AA on, because why not at this point? Of course the German battleship's coming this way. Why not? But you can kind of see how you actually have a lot of good firepower. You just may not have enough of it. Let's check to see how these torpedoes are looking. Pretty good, actually. 6 hits. Switch to armor piercing. So See if we can start working on this broadside, just like a daring would. It's not nearly as much damage as I would expect, actually. Let's try high explosive on this ship then. No, I just keep shattering. Alright, back to armor piercing it is. Oh, we did get a fire though, so that's nice. Would not really think this ship would be a good fire starter though, because of the limited number of guns. Ooh, we're coming up close to a ship, and I don't know what it is. Well, it was actually the sushi, but Freddy's pretty close as well. Alright, let's see. Do we have... We can try and sneak in for another torpedo run on sushi here. We are pretty much full health. The rudder really doesn't want to turn when you're in a speed boost. I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied though, so I'm going way faster than I normally should be able to. Freddy scares me, so let's see if we can send some torpedoes out for her. Just one set though. Oh, she's actually pretty much going to be dead by this point. And I'd actually like to try and sneak up on the sushi here. Get a surprise attack and then disappear into smoke. So I think that's what we're going to do. Well, maybe not. Actually, what's that one? Not the biggest target, but you know what? Torps away. And we got a nice little broadside here. So as we pull away, just send some more shells downrange, get a little bit of damage, nothing major. And she's gone. Cool. We did actually hit the H-39 with torpedoes, but she was already sunk by that point, I'm pretty sure, so it didn't really matter. But it's nice to know that we would have hit if she had still been alive. And that Centurion is now out of range of torpedoes, I'm pretty sure. So those are a bust. One set is loaded over here. Did we get... No. Did we? No, I think we hit the wreck over there. Alright, so let's see. Who do we have? Alright, well, we have another sushi over here. So let's send some armor piercing. Maybe get some damage. There we go. I guess we can try and... Well, I don't know what to do here. I guess we're just going to do some long range armor piercing. But we actually have Centurion right here. I do have torpedoes loaded, so let's just rush back in. Actually, let's aim for the bow here. Probably going to get some good damage there. Yep, there we go. I'm going to be taking damage, and I do not have a heal, but this ship will be down pretty quickly, I feel. And there we go. Alright, Sushi's coming around again. Send some more armor piercing. Let's actually take a look at... Alright, yeah. Katharina is nowhere even close to us. Neither is Sushi, though. We could always go for Delta while we're moving this way. We're kind of at our extreme range for guns. So maybe not. I'm just kind of tickling the Sushi over here. Not really doing all that much. Could honestly probably switch to high explosives, see if we can get some fires. Because that way the damage will be continuous even if I'm not actually hitting her. Oh, there's an island in the way. Okay. But you can see the rate of fire is exceptionally good. And if you run like a Last Stand or Adrenaline Rush or whatever it's called, where you get 50% more, there we go, one fire, reload the more damage you take, you can actually make this thing a pretty fast firing ship. Okay, so let's switch back to armor piercing. See if I can get anything good on this Ekaterina. Upper belt. And let's speed boost as well. So you are getting damage, it's just not a lot of damage. And I feel like one of the first things you want to do with this ship is increase your torpedo range, because I'm finding that to be a very big handicap right now. There's a lot of the ships at this tier have secondaries that can mess you up. And they can shoot out, yeah, as mentioned right there. Some of them can shoot past 8 kilometers if you have the right specs. So you don't really want to get that close. Alright, so we're slowing down so we can stay in our smoke screen. I guess I could put some torpedoes out. I'm not really doing anything with my guns, am I? I expected a bit more damage. Let's send one set, so I don't know how she's going to turn. And we're also capping Charlie, by the way. Oh, Katarina's down. Okay, cool. So it's just Sushi now. We capped the base. We still have 5 torpedoes loaded. I'm going to switch to high explosive because the angle is way too much. And if we get a flooding... Ooh, smoke is wet down. No flooding, but we did get a torpedo hit. And we're going to see if we can keep just working her over a little bit at a time. And I'm actually failing to pen the bow armor. Interesting. So let's aim for superstructure. Another fire. And we finished her off. And we're going through the island. Cool. So that was actually a lot better than I expected. I actually expected to die fairly quickly, but we were able to manage. 275,000 damage, 3 ships sunk, 694 shell hits, 9 torpedoes, 4 fires, 2 floodings, 1 module destroyed, 2 capped base, 1 defended cap, and 6,000 base XP. So 11,000 damage was in high explosive out of 150 shells fired, so that's pretty much nothing. But then again, I was shooting battleships for a lot, so a lot of shatters. Armor piercing did 160,000 damage. So yes, it didn't look like a lot, but it adds up over time. I just still expected a bit more. Fires did 25,000 damage, and torpedoes did 78,000 damage. We got over 100,000 damage on one Tsushima alone. That's almost half of our damage right there. The other Tsushima had 73,000, and a few here and there for the other ships. All in all, she's actually not a terrible destroyer. I will give her that. The guns are good, but you feel like you don't have enough of them. You can't take down ships fast enough. Like even the Wooster at the beginning of the game there was kind of struggling to even pen her, much less Citadel her, which is unthinkable because it's a Wooster. Torpedoes are good. They reload good. The damages are pretty decent, actually. It's just they have really terrible range, so try and increase that as much as you can. Does Jutland have 8 km torps as well? No, it has 9. So they're a little bit better on Eatland. I think I might have them. Yeah, mine are out to 9.5. Darings, I know the base is 10, isn't it? Yeah, base 10. I have mine out to 11. So I'm kind of used with those numbers. But Anzac is coming in here at 8-kilometer torpedoes. If you put work into them and just work in the ship in general, she can actually become a pretty nasty ship to deal with, especially at a tier 8.9. Um, definitely, definitely strong. With that, I will wrap up today's video. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content. And next time, I'm trying to finish up a few of these extra ships before we start the French destroyers. So we are actually going to be going over Jellicoe, which is the KGV, how she was originally supposed to be made, with a smokescreen. Yep. So that'll be for next time. So again, thank you for watching, and take care.